Marvel's Midnight Suns is a card game that nobody asked for. I haven't played it and I don't have any interest in it. It's just not my thing. Like, this doesn't look fun to me. Since this is a Marvel game, it would be very strange not to include their most popular character, Spider-Man. He's in pretty much every Marvel team-up game. I can't imagine being a fan of Cloak and Dagger or something. They're never in anything, let alone a game. Of course, every time Spider-Man is included in one of these projects, they feel the need to update his design for the modern audience. Because the original is too old and crinkly, and the kiddos of the modern age would be disgusted by such primal design choices. So what they came up with was this. I sharded on this in a very old, very bad video. A lot of my opinions from that video don't hold up, and this is one of them. It's not like it's great or anything, but it's not terrible. It's actually kind of alright. It does a lot of things that you don't usually see on Spidey suits, yet somehow it ends up feeling very generic. There's a bunch of cuts in the red sections, which I think is an interesting idea, but it could have been executed a lot better. The web shooters being blue is nice though. I like the inside of the gloves being blue as well. Speaking of blue, the colors in the suit are really good. The dark blue does a good job at hiding some of the lines that are here, which are mostly inoffensive, and the fact that it's just a little shiny makes it really nice to look at. The logos though are really bad. They are incredibly tiny, especially in the back. The logos are a good way to accent the musculature of your Spidey, mainly the back logo. But they both fail spectacularly at this. They're so minuscule and weirdly shaped, I just don't like them. Here's how the front logo should have looked in my opinion. What is this belt? Like damn, it wasn't enough for you to split it in the front, you had to split it in the back too?
What?
What a riveting new modern design choice. So yeah, this design isn't as bad as slightly younger me thought, but it's not very good either. This, kids, is what we call midness business. 5 out of 10. Looks really good in the dark though. However, that's not all, as we got some alternate suits in this game, starting with the Demon Spider. Okay, so this one's kind of conflicting for me, because I don't want to call it bad right off the bat, but at the same time it has a lot of really strange design choices. Like this thing, is that flesh? What is he wearing anyway? Is this a suit? Is this his skin? Is it Jello? The way the hands and feet end with black is a pretty cool choice, but I feel like the suit needs a lot more black. He feels very naked, even with all the random details they added. Like these random diamonds in the knees, and they brought the half belt back? Wow, they were that proud of it. The emblem is kind of cool. I like how it glows. The eyes look cool as well. I really like the shape, and they remind me a lot of Carnage. 3 out of 10. Now this is a good symbiote suit. Those eyes are very nice. They remind me a lot of Todd McFarlane's art. Kinda wish they leaned more into that. The emblem is pretty good too. I don't like how the fangs are so far apart, but the general shape of this logo is very appealing. A lot of people don't like how the texture of this suit is very organic. It's not smooth and shiny like a lot of other organic looking black suits. It actually resembles the muscular system, which I think is a really cool choice, and it actually makes sense when you realize that this suit acts as an exoskeleton of sorts. Very cool and unique choice. I really love the hand patches as well. I complained about hand patches in a previous video. I don't like when they're just rectangles, and I think a lot of dimension is lost there when you can make them shape Spidey's wrist and be a little more dynamic. Thankfully, these patches do just that and adopt a triangular shape. It looks really nice and fits the sharper elements of the costume. Very good suit. 8 out of 10. Time for a hot take. The Midnight Sun suit. At first glance, you might think this is a very ugly and random suit, but it's actually my favorite out of all the ones we've looked at so far. It's not amazing or anything, but it's really cool and brings some unique ideas to the table. The lenses look really cool with this red glow on the inside that looks kind of creepy. The emblem is definitely the best part of this design. It looks really cool. There's also these little symbols on the side that look kind of cool. I don't really know their lore reason for being here, but they aren't intrusive. The gold elements are where I'm a little conflicted, because while I think it's a really nice choice that contrasts the black very well, I don't like where they placed it. Just covering half of Spidey's mask in this color looks wrong. They should have just kept the mask black and made the rims of the lenses gold. But I still think that part looks okay. This suit does have some white on it, which I would rather live without, but it's not too intrusive. I think they just should have stuck to 3 colors instead of adding a 4th, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually a pretty cool look in my opinion. I don't think it's super well designed, but it has a lot of unique ideas that make it a pretty nice costume to look at. 8.5 out of 10. Only reason it isn't higher is because of the placement of the gold, as well as the white overcomplicating it just a little. So that's all for Spidey. Now let's talk about Venom. His default look is definitely a nice one. Something about his face looks a little off though. Can't tell if it's the eyes or just the shape of his head. The emblem is much better than Spidey's. Looks really nice. I like how he's ridiculously muscular, but I feel like they really could have taken the whole muscular system texture to the next level here. It would look a lot creepier on Venom than on Spider-Man, but instead they went for a more smooth texture, which still looks good regardless. 7 out of 10. Wait, did they? Good lord, they gave him toes! Next up we got Venom's alternate suits, starting with Anti-Venom. He looks really good, very comic accurate. Maybe not though, since I remember Anti-Venom looking a lot skinnier in the books, but I could be wrong. Obviously though, they had to make these skins for Venom's default body shape. I really like the emblem and the black details on his face. It looks really good. I like his glowing mouth as well, although I wish it was yellow to match with the eyes instead of red. 8 out of 10. Venom has his own Midnight Sun suit as well, and bro looks like he just came out of Wakanda. It's not bad, but it's really complicated. I like how they utilize those symbols a lot more than they did for Spidey. The emblem looks good from the top until you realize they separated the legs from the emblem, which looks really bad. The eyes being gold looks weird as well, but I can see that they just wanted to be consistent. I like the gold fingers. This one's just fine. 5 out of 10. Next up we got Fallen Venom. This one looks really good actually. There are some stuff I don't like about it though. The green eyes look cool on their own, but there's no green anywhere else, so it feels really out of place. The emblem looks fine. It doesn't have a very interesting body, but the legs are alright. Maybe making them a little more jagged would fit better. They look too clean. I really like the horns and spikes on his body. Those are sick. The random little diamond on his feet though is really strange. Why do they keep doing stuff like this? I'm sure it's because they wanted to make sure he had some white on the bottom to even out the color palette, but this is really not how you do it. It's so small that I feel like it doesn't even add anything significant to the design. It's just there. 6 out of 10. I want to like it because it has a lot of really cool ideas, but there's a lot of things here that feel inconsistent or just random. And that's pretty much it for the skins. All the designs mentioned do have alternate color palettes that either make the designs better or worse, but we can cover those another time if that's something you guys want to see. So, does Midnight Suns make good Spider-Man designs? No, not really. They can, but one of those is really hard to mess up and the other is kind of a stretch depending on your opinion. The rest are either mid or just not good. I appreciate that they tried something different though. As much as I like seeing slightly different versions of the classic suit, I'm glad they tried to branch out, even if just a little. Deviating from the classic suit successfully should look a lot more like this and less like this. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and have a super blessed day.